Hello, EDU 304. This is your fearless instructor, Jared Berg, speaking to you. And I anticipate that within your heart and your mind, there's a little bit of anxiety concerning what this means to migrate your face-to-face courses online. And certainly this is going to look a little bit different with each of your instructors, with each of the courses that you're enrolled in. But my goal in this brief video is to give you a short tour to kind of set you at ease for the way that we will proceed moving forward with EDU 304. And so here I am on the new home page, the new default page. When you log into MyUSF, this is where you will be taken, and I have this video that I'm asking you to watch right here. And then perhaps the most important document for us right now is this syllabus addendum. So I'm going to go ahead and download that, and I want to pull it up because I've made a couple of changes recently to this. I've already put you into Teams, which you can access over there. But as we look through this, essentially I am trying to keep the same schedule that we had for our Monday, Wednesday, Friday meetings. And so my advice to you as we move into this kind of unprecedented time is that you try to keep your schedule as regular as possible. And so you don't necessarily have to log in at 10 o'clock a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But my expectation is that those are the days that you will be completing the assigned tasks on this new schedule. And so the way that I've divided it is based on modules. And so you see we have module 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we get into module 5, which is our micro teaching. And I'll talk about that in a little while. As I mentioned in my previous video that I'd emailed to you, I don't know that we'll be online for the rest of the semester. I look forward to meeting you face to face if we're allowed back on campus at some point in the near future. But I think for the sake of my sanity and yours, as we plan the rest of this course, I'm just going to assume that we will be online. And so that is what this schedule reflects. The expectation that we will be online. And if things change, then certainly I'll be in communication with you. And in a lot of ways, it might make our life a little easier if we're able to communicate face to face. So what does this look like for you as you begin online learning next Monday? Well, you see that I've given you the different dates listed over here on the left-hand side. And so my encouragement again is that on those dates you would complete these activities. And you see that our first module is centered around homework as well as Enneagram video number 8. It seems strange that we would begin with number 8, but it's that way for a reason. I promise you it'll make sense later on. But these are the activities that I'm asking you to complete, and then these are the assignments that I'm asking you to upload once you've completed those. And so you see that the diversity in homework reflection is not due until next Sunday. Okay, so you have an extended period of time to do that. That was an assignment that was going to take a little bit longer anyways, but I do encourage you to get that done just as soon as you're able to and upload it to MyUSF. The other thing that I've done, and you can see this in multiple activities as we move down throughout the modules, is I have a graphic organizer for this first day that I'm going to ask you to complete while you view the video lecture. And then what I ask you to do is that at some point between Monday and Wednesday, you would upload that graphic organizer to MyUSF under the coursework tab, and then that gives me the information I need to say that you are attending classes. That shows me a level of engagement, even though we're in this online environment, to hold you accountable to making sure you keep progressing through the material in a timely order. That first module is self-contained. It will only take you one day. And then as we come to Wednesday, we will begin module 2, which is actually going to take us the next 4 class meetings to complete. So for day one, you will watch the video lecture that I have under the Module 2 tab, and you will upload the perfect cookie rubric, again, as a way of showing your engagement with the class, your participation for that day. Day two, on Friday of rubric construction, I'm asking you to complete Enneagram number 9, and then also watch the rubric day 2 video and upload the pro-con note sheet for rubrics under coursework. And so you can see that that continues, that trend continues each day. I'm asking you to do the activity, view the lectures, and then upload your assignment, whether that's a note sheet or it's some other activity I'm asking you to complete, so that I'm able to assess your understanding of that and then also hold you accountable for getting the work done. The announcement that I do want to make that I think is important, everything up until Easter and even into Module 4, you can really access at any time that's convenient for you. I do ask that you try to remain as close to the scheduled dates as I've provided, but you're able to access it in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, late at night, whatever your preference is, and that would be fine. The exception to that is when we get into our micro teaching unit. Our first meeting is going to be scheduled at the times that I have laid out on Wednesday, April 26th. Again, this is assuming that we come to towards the end of April and we're still in an online learning environment. But these meetings via WebEx are going to be in real time. And so they're going to require you to log in at the time that's assigned for your team using a webcam and a microphone, and then accessing the WebEx site so that we can actually communicate with each other. And so I do want to point that out, as that would be the first of several meetings where you're actually going to need to log in at a specific time. I have given you team information down below here. So you probably don't need to reach out to a team member at this point, but just so you have an idea of who you will be communicating with a little bit later on. And as far as these WebEx meetings go, it's pretty slick, at least in my experience, where I will email you an invite, and then all you will do is at the assigned time, you will click on that link and you will go to the WebEx site. It'll ask you if it can use, if it has permission to use your microphone from the computer and your webcam. If you're working on a laptop or a tablet, most of those are already equipped with microphones and webcams. If you're like me and you're operating from a desktop, I got a $20 webcam that also records my voice and all of those types of things, and that will work fine. I do think you're also able to access this via smartphone, should you need to do that. But certainly be anticipating this as we move into this later part of the course following Easter. I don't want you to be filled with anxiety about it yet, but if you do have questions, be sure to let me know what those are or what those might be. So let me kind of simulate for you what your first week might look like in this online environment. We see Monday, Wednesday, and Friday scheduled here. We see the activities that I'm asking you to complete, and we see the uploads that I'm asking you to turn in. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to our home page here on my USF, and you can see over here on the left-hand side, as of now, only modules 1 and 2 are open and available to you. But if I click on module 1, I'm going to include an overview of that module, what I'm expecting you to do and how to access everything. Down below there is a video lecture on the topic of homework. And then over here on the right-hand side are the 3 documents that you will need to successfully complete the module. The first is an article called The Case Against Homework that I'm going to ask you to read. The second is your homework graphic organizer. Again, this will be uploaded to show your participation during Module 1. And then finally is your assignment, Diversity in Homework, and you can complete that and also upload that under coursework. I'm going to go over to coursework right now, and I am in the instructor mode, so my screen's going to look slightly different than yours will, but the assignments will be here nonetheless. And you'll be able to see that under professionalism and participation, this is where I typically give you your attendance grade. I am just going to go ahead and and create a Dropbox for each of those daily accountability assignments. So this is where you will upload your homework graphic organizer that you complete while viewing the video lecture. And then down below here you will see a spot to submit your diversity in homework reflection when you complete that. Module 2 then, beginning on Wednesday, I go ahead and I click that over on the left-hand side. And once again, I have an overview of the whole module here. This module is quite a bit longer. It will take you 4 days to complete, but I do have the videos posted below, all 4 days of videos. So on day 1, which is Wednesday, you will go ahead and view this first video lecture and complete the graphic organizer for day 1. Then you will go over to coursework. You will submit that graphic organizer under Module 2, Perfect Cookie, and I will give you credit for your engagement in the class during that day. You will do the same thing on Friday, and then next Monday and Wednesday as well, as you complete all 4 of the videos and all 4 of the assignments that are connected to those. I think that should about do it for this first video. Certainly after viewing this video and poking around on the LMS a little bit, if you have any specific questions, feel free to email me. If I need to, I can always call you, or we can communicate via WebEx should we need to do that. Take care of yourselves, be safe, and I will see you again soon.